Should you still start selling on Amazon today? It's too late to sell on Amazon right now. It's too saturated. There's too many sellers. You reach a huge market if you start with Amazon. You have to take some things into consideration before starting with it, but it makes starting with e-commerce so much easier. What's also amazing of Amazon, it's actually still growing. Branding is king here on Amazon. You have to go on Amazon with the idea of branding your product. I mean, Amazon, it's only for people who understand Amazon. Hi, my name is Anton and I'm gonna talk today with you about Amazon. Should you still start selling on Amazon today? You hear a lot of voices about this, and many of them are very negative, like, oh, it's too late to sell on Amazon right now. It's too saturated. There's too many sellers. It grew too much over the years. There's so many overseas sellers just selling low-priced products. Amazon is expensive. They have huge commissions. Amazon steals your products and they can shut down your business. Anyway, there's a lot of doom and gloom about Amazon, and some of that it's quite true, and we're gonna discuss if it's actually worth it still to sell on Amazon or not. Well, I'm gonna start with an obvious thing. It is harder to sell on Amazon than a couple of years ago. It's harder today to start selling on Amazon than when I started. There, I said it. You could say like, hey, yeah, it's easy to say that because you started years ago. True, it's true. I mean, but they also said that when I started. They also said it, yeah, but 4 or 5 years ago, it was so easy to sell on Amazon. And I also started and I survived and I'm still making money on it. I'll tell you more. Actually, I started a brand just last year to verify if it's all true what they're saying. And this brand is also still selling. So I do believe that you still can sell on Amazon these days. You just have to take some things into account. Like one of the huge benefits of Amazon is the massive traffic. Compared to this, you're just putting your product in a shelf of a shop, but this shop, there's like just thousands of people passing by this shelf, seeing your product. You get so many eyeballs on Amazon. And this many eyeballs, you're never going to get on your own website, trust me. You need to have a huge website with a huge traffic to get as much traffic as you would get on Amazon. So you get so many eyeballs, and of course you need to pay a little for this. In Amazon's case, it's 15% commission that you're gonna pay. That's a fair deal, in my opinion. I mean, everybody's always bitching about big services or important services taking some money. And sometimes they simply really deserve it because Amazon is such a great platform. It's so great to still start today, to start selling your products. And yes, they can make some money out of it. It's actually thanks to Amazon that I'm making good money today. So I'm very grateful that Amazon exists. Besides the huge traffic, they also rank on SEO. Let's say you're selling headphones for mountain bikers and you rank well on Amazon, but if people will search headphones for mountain bikers on Google, you will also show up in Google. So it's like a double win. Amazon is simply great if you want to start an e-commerce, but you have to learn the whole process. You have to learn how to ship. You don't actually have a lot of space to store your own products. For this, Amazon is a great help because Amazon has a service called FBA. FBA means obviously fulfilled by Amazon. And it means indeed that Amazon is going to fulfill your products. So what does it mean, fulfillment? It means that you just have to send your products to their warehouse and Amazon will just ship these products to your clients if they order on Amazon. If you want to start with e-commerce, but you're a bit overwhelmed, actually simply Amazon can take care of this part. And this opens even more opportunities because it means if Amazon is fulfilling your products, let's say Amazon for Amazon.com, which means in America, it means it doesn't matter that you live in America or not. because Amazon is taking care of this fulfillment. For me, this was ideal. I didn't live in America, but USA is my most important market. 95% of my clients are Americans. So while I was living in Europe, I was actually selling overseas. I was basically buying products from Asia, shipping them to the US, and selling them to my American clients. All while I was just sitting in Europe. I was just like the middleman sitting in Europe. But I kind of orchestrated it from there. So this way it's actually amazing. So it doesn't matter if you're living in Germany, or if you're living in China, if you're living in Djibouti or Kenya, you can sell in the US. It almost sounds too good to be true, but it's the truth. And actually, a lot of people are still surprised by this. But this is what globalism looks like in the end. Not only does it make you location independent, some products Amazon is also able to ship worldwide. You reach a huge market if you start with Amazon. And of course, FBA, it costs some money. You have to take some things into consideration before starting with it, but it makes starting with e-commerce so much easier that I certainly recommend it. If you don't need fulfillment by Amazon, you can still sell by Amazon. You can use FBM, which means fulfilled by merchant. And then you just get sales on Amazon and you ship them yourself. This in particular can be useful if you have, for example, bulky or heavy products that would cost a lot of money to store at Amazon warehouses. You can also just do both. And actually, that's what I'm doing. That's what many sellers are doing. So I try to sell with FBA because for this, clients, when they see that it's fulfilled by Amazon, it gives them more trust. They're more willing to buy your product. Often, some clients also have Amazon Prime, so they don't pay extra for shipping. So Amazon FBA, in my opinion, I recommend it. And you don't even have to pay for this. And you don't even have to sign up for this. But Amazon, it's a huge source of information. You can just use Amazon to find your own products, to do all your research, most of the research you need to sell your products. If you have no clue what to sell, and that's, in my opinion, often the case, start looking on Amazon. It's actually how I found my product, my first product that I sold. When I want to sell a new product, so I have an idea of a new product, I'm first gonna check on Amazon to see how strong the competition is. Not only do I find new products, you can also just read the feedback of the clients, which is amazing. This didn't exist like 30 years ago. I mean, we come from an era where manufacturers would just create a product and dump it in a shop, and people would buy it and they might bitch about it, and nobody's gonna hear them. Manufacturers, they're not gonna hear, and they're not gonna care. And many still have this approach. So they sell on Amazon. Actually, their clients are not so happy with their products, and they put it in their reviews, and they get bad reviews. And these old school businesses, they have a hard time on Amazon. And this is an opportunity. This is a huge opportunity for us, new generation sellers. I mean, we're the worst nightmare of these old school businesses. We just listen to the clients, we see what they want, and we give them what they want. I mean, right now, old school business owners, they're just waking up in their sleep, all sweating, dreaming of us. So if you have no clue about what to sell, this is actually, I'm gonna make a video dedicated to this, like how to do product search on Amazon, like what to look for, how to search, what to take into account, because obviously some people, when writing reviews, they're also nitpicking, and you kind of need a filter to see like, okay, is this actually legit what they're writing? Some people like to bitch in their reviews, hoping to get a refund. That's kind of the trend these days, and you have to kind of try to have a filter for this. Besides that, what's also amazing of Amazon, it's actually still growing. It's not only growing in their existing markets, but they start creating new markets. There's more and more new countries Amazon starts to sell in. And Amazon also helps you if you want to start selling in those new countries. So if you're only selling in the US, but you see, okay, maybe it's interesting to start selling in Canada as well. It's actually just a few mouse clicks and Amazon opens a new market for you. I mean, it is so amazing. To those people that are still bitching about Amazon, yeah, I just want to say, yes, you're right. You're right about everything. Never sell on Amazon. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to be ruined. Because then that way they stay away from Amazon. I mean, Amazon, it's only for people who understand Amazon. There's just a few things you should avoid. Like you should avoid generic products. Don't sell cardboards or products that are lower priced than $60. There's a lot of opportunity still, but there's even more ways how you can completely screw this up. Avoid the cheap stuff, and branding is king here on Amazon. You have to go on Amazon with the idea of branding your products, what some sellers do and what you often see on YouTube. Do not sell the best-selling product of the day, and then the week after you sell the best-selling product of that day. And then you have a brand and you sell everything between toys for 3 years old, but also mascara and also cardboard cups, and perhaps also a melon ball spoon or whatever. Make sure you have a super consistent brand. And this is also what overseas sellers are making mistakes in. I believe overseas sellers can create good products, but their brand, it's often a mess. They don't really understand branding, how we brand in the West. And I think some people don't care. They just want to sell, and they're cheaper. For some people, it doesn't matter, but you can still win from them if you have a solid, strong brand. This is also, we're gonna dig in deeper later. I'll make a video about this as well. With a solid brand, I also mean like a deep niche. I mean, the reason that I didn't sell in my own country, which was Belgium, is like the size of, I don't know if you can find it on the world map. I mean, on Google Maps, you really have to use this wheel of your mouse a lot to find it. It's such a small country. Small countries always mean less people, less population, and it means a smaller market. For me, it was actually a big win for me to choose a big market, which was the USA. And I believe in selling in a big market, but with a deep niche. For me, this is king, this approach. But it's also something I want to dig deeper in one of the next videos. So if you want to learn more about everything what I just discussed, just sign up, follow my channels, and I hope you're gonna learn more in the future. Thanks.